After the fifth question, you have to pay me for that already.
Noli, you from the Filipino Central.
Good afternoon. My name is Noli from the FilipinoCentral.com. As Vice President, what's your insight with regards to this conflict island regarding the China and
Scarborough
Scarborough?
You've been to, a follow-up question, you've been to Malaysia recently, and what's the Malaysian government's position on that?
Do I have to answer?
Yes,
yes.
They're very related.
Or saving the best for last.
They're related.
Well, we call that particular part already not Scarborough Shoal, we call it now Panatag Shoal. And Panatag Shoal is, if I remember it correctly, it's only about 120 miles from the shores of Masinloc, Zambales. And this particular shore is not part and parcel of Palawan. Oh, it's rather far. Way back in the 70s, they usually, the Philippines as well as the United States Navy would undertake naval exercises in that particular area. And the small border that you will see that particular place was apart from all the gunfires that were going on. Nobody was claiming. Number one. Number two, Panatag Shoal is within the 200-mile of what they call the ECZ, the Economic Special Zone. I'm sorry, Economic Special Zone, that's the easiest. Okay, so it's well within, not only is it within the 200-mile one, 120 miles na lang. And you can imagine the claim of China, which is about 5,000 miles. So, for that matter. So we insist that we have sovereignty over that particular place, but the Philippine government, as the President repeatedly mentioned, we hope and pray that this matter will be settled diplomatically and in a very peaceful way. I think we are all the same, we have that optimism. So, the latest indication that there will be a peaceful solution to the problem is the fact that Manny Pangilinan, who will be around because they're asking that question, his corporation in another 100% Chinese-owned corporation, CNOOC as they call it, which is CNOK. They are entering into an agreement. Probably because the issue here is the Philippines. The other position of the Philippines is that let's separate the issues, the political and the commercial. To solve the issue of sovereignty will take decades. But in the meantime, we are going to concentrate in a joint effort to enjoy the mineral resources that you find in the place. So the commercial side. Ang pinaka-kailangan diferensya lang dito would be in what manner, what will be the methodology to be adopted. So, masusubuhan ko. Basta't magkaroon lang ng magandang usapan sa commercial side. We had finally solved the issue of the delay in the appointment of an ambassador to China. Earlier, the name of Mr. Bibuli was presented, but he didn't pass a confirmation with our commission on offense. So we had to look for another one, and then nangyari na nga itong Panatag Shoal. Mrs. Brady, a former ambassador, or part of the embassy of the Philippines in China, was appointed, confirmed with our commission appointment, and I think she has been accepted by the Chinese government. So we do have now ambassador to China. Kasi in the past, sabi, the Chinese government was dealing only with the Shah affair. So, tapos na yung issue. At the same time, the president appointed two envoys, person of Thessalonica and Domingo. So, special envoys tackled this issue on Scarborough Shoal and Providence. The Malaysian, as I mentioned a while ago, I was on an official visit. Official visit is little less than a state visit. And state visit is basically afforded to the president. So the earlier invitation was for me to appear before the alumni of the Asia Institute of Management. I also had the opportunity of studying in that particular school. Month's course on top management program in Bali. So, but later on, from an appearance to appear before, to speak before graduates of AIM, it was elevated to an official visit. So it gave me an opportunity not only to meet standing big-time businessmen in Malaysia. I also was given time to have a talk with the Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, and among others, Dr. Mahathir. I think Dr. Mahathir, in both instances, before the Prime Minister and Dr. Mahathir, I said, after all, this is also the position of the Philippine government. The best forum to tackle the issue of what we are being confronted with. This is the matter of strategy, and the Panatong Show would be using as a forum the ASEAN group, and that will be the best forum. After all, there are a lot of ASEAN members who are likewise claimants in those particular areas. The matter is still unresolved. The Chinese government is still insisting on bilateral relations, while the claim of the Philippines and other ASEAN claimants will be for a multilateral meetings. So I hope that really bilateral. We are already thinking of the possibility of submitting the matter before an international tribunal. We can review of what they call UNCLOS, the United Nations Law of the Sea. So that's the position likewise of Malaysia. Siguro biro lang ito, biro lang. Kaya lang pagka nakuha kasi yung Scarborough Shoal, you can just imagine the whole of China Sea will also be a part of the Chinese government. Yun ang isang consequence na kasi those were in the past. Sa laki nga naman ng China, there have been trading and running. So ang claim ng China is not on the legal. I think we have a strong position legally, pero yung kanila historically. Pero giving up yung ating sovereignty doon, there is no reason for China to claim the whole of the China Sea. Yun ang problema. Meron isang issue na hindi naman issue na consider as an issue because in fairness, diba, ang ating exports, mga exports were not allowed to come in. Then one version was political auditor, it's an offshoot. I'd rather take the other interpretation, and that is I think we were too lax in quality control. Kasi even before it happened in April, actually April ito, March pa lang talagang hindi na pinapapasok yung mga saging natin because of quality control. So, mariresolve yan. Yung bananas naman natin, yung ang napupunta sa China, hindi masyadong as good as the quality we export to South Korea and Japan.
Thank you, sir. Heidi?
Heidi Abraham, student at Asian Journal. Mabalik po tayo sa book launch. Have you ever tried the cookings of Miss Grace O, and do you have a favorite from the recipes? Ano po yung paborito niyo?
Sabi ko sa iyo, aaminin ko lang kasi yung sabi sa akin, my daughter is with me. I suppose she's anyway. When you see her, you will notice that she is my carbon copy. Whenever we're here in LA, ako, yung pamilya ko, but any invitation from dito sa ating auto, mahirap tanggihan. Sa dami ng masarap na pagkain, hindi mo nakakain lahat. So sabi ko, this afternoon will not be an exception. I was told this is anytime from 2 to 4 o'clock. So sabi ko, maaga pa. So I was reading a very good book. I wanted to finish it already. Pagdating ko dito, yata kami napunta sa bookstore. Pero this is one place na talaga, I tell you, if you are invited, there's lunch or dinner, you miss a lot if you not visit that place. Napakasarap. Mula sa unang kinakain mo hanggang sa dessert, masarap.
May favorite
To tell you frankly, I haven't taken my lunch. Kasi magkakamawan sa akin. Ayun pala, kami strawberry yung nakita ko. Healthy foods. May kopya kami ng libro. I don't know if my only wives. Ismoso rin pala kayo dito sa Amerika. My wife, hopefully will have time to go over the book. And siguro, pagluto na kasi sarap ng luto. Di nakakain natin sa kanila.